Aontú is a new All-Ireland political movement. We're organising in every town and village in the country. We stand for economic justice, unity of the Irish people, regional development, and shockingly, we're the only All-Ireland party that now stands for the right to life of every single individual in Irish society. We also want to fix the broken political system in Ireland, and it's very clear looking at Stormont that the system is absolutely broken. And we see food poverty, health poverty, education poverty. We also see an enterprise sector that's being ignored. And all the while, the establishment political parties are taking millions in expenses and salaries. So we want to build the All-Ireland economy. We want to move towards the next steps towards Irish unity. To do that, we're asking you to vote Aontú #1 in the local elections.
The country is screaming out for change, so perhaps the seeds of that change are being sown here. It shocked me that we exist in a heritage of people who were extraordinarily brave and fought for the rights of people beyond themselves. And now we have a couple of generations of indoctrinated cowards who dress their cowardice up as activism, but an activism designed to destroy rather than to create.
We are pro-life from conception to natural death, and we won't apologise for that. But we're looking at the housing crisis, we're looking at the hospital crisis, we're looking at the employment, we're looking at the training, we're looking at the youth services that provided, we're looking at the amount of pubs and public houses that are closing down right across the country.
I mean, you see the cross-section of people here today, young children, families, all age groups. They're really hungry for somebody that will, and you just hear the rapturous applause there. It's fantastic.
I'm sure you've been at launches of other parties in the past. This is something different. This is history in the making here. Prior to being, I have never seen a man with so much passion and so much drive and been able to inspire so many people. When we sat up in that room today, all the candidates, there was almost 60 candidates, I was totally gobsmacked.
We have planted the seed. The seed will grow. And like the tree of liberty and the tree of life that we use as our symbols, the roots will go very deep into the ground and we will grow. I'm convinced of it because I do believe in the innate goodness of the Irish people.
Their grown-up children are living at home with them because they can't afford the rents and they can't afford to buy a house. I could see the frustration in everyone's eyes. You know, and how the country is being turned into a landlord's paradise.
Standing in any party is tough. Putting yourself forward and putting yourself up for ridicule and for assessment by other people is tough. And I commend anybody that stands to represent the people.
The Good Friday Agreement was a great agreement. It brought about a peace that most of us did not believe could happen. But 21 years later, can anybody say that Stormont is actually working? We have Stormont shut down for over 2 years. The only party in the North in government is the DUP through its confidence and supply with the Tories. And yet we see the economy of the North not getting the attention that it needs. We see people in food poverty, health poverty and education poverty.
We need a new way of doing things.
I'm a lifelong Republican, I'm a feminist, I am of the left and I'm pro-life. And I find that I have no political representation.
I left Sinn Féin. I was unhappy with the direction the party was taking.
It is shameful and so disappointing following the hard work of the Good Friday Agreement that our institutions in the north of Ireland have all but collapsed. We have direct rule effectively from Westminster. This needs to change urgently.
Why Aontú? Because of the 3 pillars: unity, economic justice and life.
It's time for an honest, hard-working alternative that stands up for the people and puts people and principles before the party.
We need to devolve far more power from London to Ireland. We need to strengthen the North-South Ministerial Council. We need to make sure that the Assembly and the Dáil meet on a regular basis to support them and to hold them to account as well. We need to build the All-Ireland economy to mitigate against the worst excesses of Brexit. And the Tories, they know nothing about the people of the north of Ireland and they care even less. We need change. We need to fix the political system. We need to send a message to the establishment. Vote your local Aontú candidate #1 in the local elections.